theater mode? That would be better. Yeah. I think this would be a little more. We're still gonna have to tap back and forth, but that's how it goes. That is some weirdo. Actually, hold on. Let me actually just make them their own windows. I think it'll be easier that way. Hey, no. Hey Bruno, morning. I remember making that mistake. Oh, wait, that is still. I might have still won. Well, it's not necessarily wins and losses, but it's probably just good to point out errors. Sounds good. Bruno? This is early-ish true double, but I think I might be spending too long putting it together. Oh, I guess I made it triple in the end. See, I don't know if that's a good move or not. Because it took a while to put together. I guess I wasn't getting green for a while. Although maybe the setup of it is flawed in the first place. I don't know. Like, it's pretty safe. Never mind. Maybe it's fine. The only thing is that I don't have a disengage. That's the tough part. I think definitely instead of spending here though, I should have put the blues on this side. Then I could go yellow, blue, green into yellow. It would have been a quick as well. But well, the move itself is alright. In terms of them getting their pieces, they need one green and one yellow. And they've got the yellow and they'll probably get the green and then they need another yellow to trigger. So like, a 2-chain is... How many pieces can they draw in this time? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I guess if you think about it from the time that like... If they spot it the moment that I set it off, or like, as I'm about to set it off, then what they need is... green... That's it. Yeah, it's only because they committed. But if not, then they could have just drawn more two more greens and fired. But yeah, from this position, it's... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 2-chain can be kind of long. Because you can look at the next two pieces, and that's great, but... If it takes a long time to resolve, then they can draw another 3, which... There's probably a decent probability you draw a certain color within that time frame, right? It's pretty likely. Oh, extended kind of weird, huh? Ah, I was so close. Did I hesitate like along the way? Like the teeniest bit, right? Yeah. I guess that cost me in the end. I don't think that was poorly played though. Like I did have it. By a lot, in fact. So maybe at a certain point. Mm. Mm. Maybe instead of going for this chain route though, I could have gone yellow, red here, yellow, purple here. Oh no, I should get my drawing tool up. Hey fresh water. Hey Annie. I guess we should stretch here. Hey Dias. Good morning. Okay. I have my drawing tool now. So what I was trying to say was that I don't remember what order these colors are in. I said it all out last time. I'm very cool like that. I was saying that maybe my chaining route should be yellow here and red here, and that way I can just go red into yellow into purple into blue, purple into red into blue, because that's already. Well, to be fair, gauging chain length is difficult, so there's that in the first place. But what is that from there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really? Already? Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a 5 chain, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. It really is just that simple to make a 9 chain. Sometimes you don't. Because that, yeah, no, a 9 would have been plenty. Because they 8 doubled. But then we also had the starting damage. So. But that's really, really hard to gauge. I guess, to be fair, I did 5 double 6 them first. And. That's. Well, if I had taken the red route, then I think I would have been fine, yeah. Oh well. Actually, maybe I didn't draw enough reds in time anyway. It's very sad if so. Well, I don't want to fret about that. But, is that something I could observe, like, that far ahead of time? Is that something I could reasonably expect? Because I see this, and I'm like, oh, that's maybe, like, you know... Just, even if I just, like, looked over quickly, just by resource, this looks like it could be something like a... like, 9 or 10. Which, as we know, it's not. It's 8 double, which is equivalent to, like, 9, so maybe 10 is a decent estimate. But I feel like... chaining to this extent feels like the right move. I guess if I spend that much on an initial attack, then maybe I can be aware of not needing to extend so much. Let me think. This guy sucks. You should play better than me when I watch my gameplay. Well, you gotta be more critical than that. Hey, Gengen. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hello, 68 Kid. Good morning. Good morning homework, you could say. Oh my gosh, it's Wooper! Guys. It's been so long since we've seen Wooper here. You should all say hi to Wooper. Good to see you, friend. Hi Dan, you could place the purple blue at the end in column 3 to make the yellow accessible. I didn't think about the yellow alt trigger. I set it up, but I didn't actually recognize that it was a possibility. Good catch. Yeah, okay. L shape, secondary trigger awareness. Because I feel like this is something I could very easily recycle into my play, right? Because L shapes just lend themselves to this sort of pattern sometimes. But you are right in saying that. Whoa! Hold on, give me a moment. Hold on. Purple blood and color yellow so small. Ah, I see. Yeah, I guess that requires reading ahead of time to recognize that there's no red in queue. So let's... Well, in fact, that's your next, right? So it's recognizing there's not a red, but there is a yellow, which is... I probably wouldn't be able to make that read in time, but just for future reference, I think having the awareness of this being an alt trigger makes it so that I can plan ahead and potentially be checking for those things, right? Hey, Dragon Sage. It's Yoshi. Hi. Sure is. There we go. 68k following through and saying hi, Wolper. Thanks, friend. You guys are the best. Oh, I have to stretch it again. Wow, guys. I guess I'm like still waking up, so it's fair, but like, it's not even, oh, okay, it's like not even 15 minutes into the stream and we have 2 stretches. Thanks for the 10 bits cheer, Freshwater. That's a weird thing to say. That's so weird. Why would you do that? Happy to make it? Yeah, happy to have you. It's party time. Hi, Lola. Yeah, it's partying because we're doing the thing that not enough people do. Anyway, that's why we lead by example. Place the first blue on column 1, double blue in column 3. Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, that's probably a more reasonable read to take, right? Because, well, I guess I was doing this because of wanting my tail. Like, I was hoping here... Really, the tunnel vision here is I don't have a red coming up. I want to cycle to red. So the best way to do that is to chuck this on the tail, cycle this piece, and hope that this was going to be a red. But, if in my head I had known, oh, I can cycle to red or yellow, then it would have been stack this here, stack this here. This is my final piece needed. To complete the chain. I guess I didn't recognize that his chain was fishing that early as well. Like, I didn't check his tail that closely. So that also requires a good observation to know that I'm that limited on time. But anyhow, I think this is a good takeaway. Had to have a better sense of how long the chain was, which is hard, but you probably have to get to that level. That's the idea as well, right? I'm not sure how to work on chain length estimation in general, maybe just actively trying to do it in matches more, but it's a difficult thing to balance because it's also trying not to sacrifice your own build ability. I mean, that's the point of practicing, right? Because you're gonna be worse at other things in the meantime. The balancing act is a little tricky. Imagine checking how long the opponent's chain is, so true. Speed peeking is like when I look at my opponent's board and their chain is peak, and I'm like, wow, that screen is so peak. Yeah. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean, Freshwater. I do that most of the time. Real. I love acknowledging my opponent's strengths. Okay. Oh, screen peeking is an observation, like watching your opponent. That's what we mean. That was... I don't like the one chain fall. I mean, maybe... Did I see that in the moment? Yeah, I guess it was 3 lines. So it was going to like cover the blue and purple for sure. I don't know if I should like give myself credit. Like, good one chain. Good follow up. How do I feel about this board shape? I don't like the split there. I think at this point I should just put the blue-green into column 4, because then there's less of a hole. Because now this is so weird. I guess it would have been fine if I'd gone, hold on. Oops. Hold on. Yeah! I need to go. What's the mouse shortcut again? Control G? That's so much of a thing. I may as well just click on it. Control O G. I'll try and remember that. But I might not. Yeah, I was gonna say actually we are in the exact right position. So if I'd gone maybe if I was a little more creative with it. Oh, whoops, that's not how you do it. It would be blue green and then green green across here. That's a cool shape. But I didn't do it, so less cool. Cause that levels out a little better. Is this 3-chain good? Kind of. He doesn't have really anything to respond with. So I think it's fine if I had observed, but again, I'm throwing this out on a whim from what I imagine of myself in this moment. So, it worked this time, but I think leveling out my board at around this section is pretty important. Like, you want to be leveling out by maybe as you reach upper half, unless you're like doing a really good U shape and then you can do it higher up. But if you're not, then you should look to like have this completed so that you can start doing mid-game stuff at around this point, because the resources that you spend at this height on the board are very easily replenishable. This is the point where it becomes pretty easy to refill from your spends. But that does require having your board with an even-ish slope or state on the top. And you particularly want things like column 6 should not have a hole in it. That's very bad. Column 6 is so hard to make work, right? So you should be actively working on it throughout the game, wherever possible. Like this could have gone. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Whoa, yeah, this should have gone in column 6, and then this can go flat across. This double blue can go flat across, and the blue purple can just go blue purple. So easy. What a nice solve for this. Well, yeah, I committed too much to the multiple stack, which caused me to spend in the first place. I think that's the root issue. Because this is, like, I think this is fine if my board was leveled out, but building this much this early is too many commitments, right? I need purple, yellow, blue, and green, and purple, and it's like, it's not that far from completion, but it's pretty scary. I'm gonna note that as something to keep an eye out for. Sorry, no, I was just been trying to be silly. Oh, I see, okay. Apologies. I wasn't sure if it was legitimate or not. EQ mentality? What was this about? One chain follow. Oh, about like a suboptimal, maybe. One chain follow-ups underrated. Well, they are very good. But the tricky thing is that because you've spent your soft drop bonus, or you don't know like to what extent your score is at, your one chain might not be that strong. Oh well, it can never be like as strong as the early soft drop bonus accumulation. Right. A little follow-up is what you need still to do. It's true. In a position like that, I think it was a decent move. Decent is probably a good rating for it. Just go boom. If you go boom in that situation, your opponent will dig. Greens will love out, you need blues to fill the pockets. Yeah. That's right. The tail shape, I assume that was about. A bit aggressive and risky, like something I do. Yes, reasonable. I think you're so I had a look back at your, not a look back rather. If you haven't seen Dan's most recent video, I recommend it. Just like I recommend all his videos, but don't worry about that. The point about if you try to match them at their level, the percentage win chance is just so much lower, right? If you try to match them at their own game. So taking like a coin flip actually actively raises your chance of winning by like a massive amount. If we're talking like our baseline skill level on a standard day, let's say like non-comp, not like super flow state, just like a standard day for us, our win rate would probably be something like 30%. Is that a reasonable thing to say? Let's say, like if I'm going like 10 to 30, no, maybe 15 to 30 against, yeah, one of the top players in a first to 30, then that's a 30% win rate. So, instead of like having it be 30, by making a really risky move, it would be risky if it was against a balanced opponent because it would decrease your win rate, but against that higher level player, taking a 50-50 is actually a better probability than you generally have throughout the match. It's just such a weird perspective to think about, and I think maybe you didn't say it directly, Dan, but you alluded to something along those lines, and I thought it was just, I always knew that your playstyle was volatile enough that it could cause winning conditions, but I didn't think about it from that statistical perspective. And then once I like thought about it that way, it was like, oh, that's so weird. Like, you're raising it to 50%, not lowering it to 50%. So weird. What if his aggression can actually not be inherently risky in any way? I mean, in some ways, you can optimize around it and make it... The things like being able to build out of it, right? Any option is ultimately risky if you don't have an alternative way to work with it. So, for example, being able to convert into main chain from landmine is really important. That reduces the risk a lot. I think that's really the biggest thing you can do for risk mitigation. If you can convert out of it, then it's not a risk to build it in the first place, right? You've just given yourself options, in fact. Too much chain ambition? Kind of, yeah. That's one way to put it. Too much chain ambition too early. Because I think the context of when in the match I decided to pull those moves is important, right? Like, this is not so bad here. Let me highlight it for everyone. This is not so bad to do if I had a leveled out chain, but at this stage, I'm asking for too many key Puyos. If they just sent main right now, it'd probably be too long. But if, say, they didn't have as big of a chain, in fact, like, yeah, if it was a low-level player, and they observed this, and they sent off their main chain, then I would need so many pieces to, like, make this work. So. Daring Glaze is always justified, I agree. Play a game with a friend now, can't discuss. Oh, good, oh good. Enjoy gaming, Dan. Appreciate you popping by. Lila mentality? What is Lila mentality? I would be like, oh, is it the hater mentality? But I assume that's not what you were talking about in that moment, so... If gambling is all we can do, go for it, right? That's sort of the takeaway from it. But I think talking about it from the, like, numerical perspective was interesting. Try to look outside of it if you can. I mean, yeah, like, if you can just take advantage, then that's great. And that's sort of more in tune with what I want to do. Like, I want to reach up to their level and be able to match them at their own game. Because I think it's fun, right? That's because that's what I find fun. Whereas Dan taking gambles is not only effective, but fun for him. And every now and then a gamble is good, but generally I want my playstyle to revolve around being able to turn the like 50% from the start of every game. Because at the start of every game it's always 50-50, right? But I want to turn that 50-50 into like more consistently being able to turn it into like a 70-30 situation. Because that's what higher level play tends to boil down to. It's turning the coin flip into a situation where you have a slight advantage and then lengthening that gap, or widening that gap over time. Well, assuming both players are playing well. Because the moment one player makes a mistake, then you just gain advantage by default. Which is very much a thing that happens in like higher level player versus lower level player, where the high level player doesn't need to change anything about their gameplay. But the low level player is making so many like, not mistakes necessarily, but suboptimal moves, and that ends up just giving the high level player advantage by default. So help raise to 50%. Ah, I see. Real. I'm not a hater, I'm a lover. See, that's what I tell everyone, but people in Ascension seem to think the opposite, so if you want me to help spread the propaganda, then you know who to call. Philip says you don't want wins, you want reliability. Right? That's what I'm aiming towards. 70% consistency in all parts of gameplay is good to go for. I think in general consistency maybe should hover maybe 80%, to be honest. But when it comes to advantage taking, in any given game, it becomes harder and harder to widen the gap like that much against high-level players, which is why I say something like 70% advantage, because that's when you can start like using your advantage to shovel damage or other things. Okay, I think we have taken apart the first 4 rounds of this game pretty well. Let's continue. I don't like this chamber does it's like it's got options, I guess. I said this way too early. I think in this context I might have just ended up working, maybe, but I still think that was a bit of an early fire. Tail like this more. Like a bit more indirect. Surukame. Yeah, that's the name of it. This tail from Itsuki is nuts as well. Like, how? How do you see that? What? I mean, actually, it makes a lot of sense thinking about it from... What build order did he use for that? I'm so curious. Like, what? Okay. This is very nani chaining. Like, I guess? Jeez. That's so good. That build order is crazy. He's a very clever kid. That was superb. Just win all the time. I see how it is. So easy. Indirect tailing, yeah. This one here. Yeah, what caused me to do this? I think it's... like, I could have just split the red-purple across here and just waited a bit more to go for L, but... at this stage, I was like, the chain resolution order can be changed. Like, I could have gone purple-red. Yeah, here, hold on, let me draw it out. Purple yellow would have gone across here. So red purple goes. Hold on. Purple first. Purple here, yellow here. Red purple goes red. Purple. Because then it's reds into yellows into purples into next link. The only thing is that this leaves column 6 a bit. Like, you've got a hole in column 6, so you either have to split or get the perfect piece. Which is not great, because as I mentioned, column 6 is just so hard to work with. So doing something like this did end up... I mean, okay, I ended up putting a hole there, but I was ready to complete the chain pretty much immediately. And it ended up being a good tail. So it's just something that you should consider when thinking about how lopsided your chain might get. Because, like, in the end, the tail levels out to like this, and this is pretty fantastic. The only thing is that, because I don't have purple set up here, this is kind of risky. But... and then I don't quite like the way it extended here. This is pretty... I mean, it's cool when it comes out correctly with the right pieces, but if I didn't get the right pieces here, this would have been very bad. I should have also fought for space a bit more. Like, at this stage, I can look for a 2-chain. I've got yellows coming up. I can probably just take the risk and go for, like, a 2-chain. Like, go greens, go yellows, go... well, rather, I don't need to commit to even doing the 2-chain. But I should go purple-yellow here, yellow-red here, or something like that, so that I have the option to 2-chain if I want to, and if I don't, then I can still just set off my main chain. I think this was early main. Oh, I will say though, rest well, Bruno. Thanks for holding by. No, don't vomit. Drink some water instead. That's my recommendation. This is another lopsided tail situation, and again, I get around to resolving it. Why did I put that on there? That doesn't need to be there. Why? This is where the blue should have gone. Yuck. Ugh. And this is also horrible. Like, how accessible is this? Not at all. Not accessible at all. This chain shape is very bad. It's a good find though, with the... yeah, this is why you should like multiple stack, guys, because if you build direct links like this, then things can get very... like, look at that. That's so enclosed. There's like no way to link out of this. This is bad. So I guess, yeah, looking for an aggressive move was what I was trying to do this whole time. So that I'm very happy with that decision. Because, yeah, you can't build out of this safely, so you need to threaten the opponent a little bit so that they either set off main or commit too much, and then you can build this out freely, right? Because while they're chaining, you can't do anything. So that's when you can extend off of this safely. But you don't want to have to make those situations for yourself. One sec. Just have to check on a thing. What was the reroute? Oh, I mean, there. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's something that more people should pick up on. Like, this sort of rerouting is really good. It's true. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can you reroute from this position though? I think you can reroute earlier, but yeah. Like, I could have triggered. Oh, what the? Something into blue, into yellow, into green, but at that point that's very, like, ineffective damage-wise, or inefficient damage-wise with the yellows, because you're clearing a 7 group of yellows in, like, a very early point in your chain. But maybe it's just a sacrifice you make for chain shape, right? Sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of efficiency in order for your chain shape to be better overall. I think it's something I still need to get over. Particularly in the tail. If there's a 5-link a little bit early in the tail, that's fine. Like, sure, your damage output is slightly reduced, but if your chain shape is way better, then you'll end up getting more links, which will give you more chain power later, right? I think chain shape priority versus outright efficiency is a very difficult thing to struggle with. Or, like, wrestle with, I was gonna say. You get into a bit of a crossroads. You showed me this from coaching, you need to do it more again. Yeah, it's just the idea of recycling Puyo stuff from in columns 1 and 2, like in your multiple stack area, is really important. That sort of rerouting is very much one of those things that transforms you into a higher level player. It's very important that you're able to see decisions like this, because the moment you get stuck on, like, building your chain out from this direction, right? If you think you need to go this way right into that way because you built it that way, then that is like, if I were to put this in like a tier listing thing, this is like a mid-level play, low level to mid-level play, but this like ability to reroute in this direction, seeing that you can do such a thing is what brings you up into the upper level of players. It's a very important skill. Hey Riley, what's up? Okay. Still do the old route if you really need it. Depends on how much you commit, because from here, if you do the blues, yeah, like before you do the rest of this, you can reroute. That's true. It's true. Nothing much. Didn't end up playing my sets today because something came up. Oh no! I see, I see. Oh, I have something to forward to you. I will get back to him later, but let me... Good timing. Look at this. This is sick. If you have any comments you want me to send over, let me know. Because as I mentioned, I'll reply later, but it's very cool. Maybe that gives you a hint about what I'm talking about, guys, but if you don't know, then don't worry. You'll get to find out about it soon. Streaming review that I thought I would watch. Nice. Make a 12 chain with a tail and it's still flat. It's so good, right? Just make a 12 chain. Yeah, so like this is a really good chain route for, as I mentioned, like completing column 6, making sure the chain isn't too lopsided. Yeah, overall this is pretty good. I might actually be in favor of putting the greens like this. Makes it so it doesn't power, but it depends. Depends on how I route it after. No, that's to level out the chain, that's okay. This is a bit yikes. Let's see how we go though. Oh, especially doing it in this direction. What am I doing? I guess I have to respond. Hold on. I'm not looking at my opponent's board right now. Let's take a look at this. Maybe I noticed this and went, I should respond. Yeah, okay, no, this is decently good for having options readily available. I think the reason I found at it is because column 1 isn't being used very well. It's very hard to use column 1 well after this. But if I'm rushing for it, which it seems like I was, then it's probably fine. Yeah. No, this is a good move. In this context. But then I think I only have just enough here, right? Yeah, a little sus. User space is good for big chains. That is true. Gun fiber fine. Yeah. There's a clean, right? Right? You suggested a fantastic person for this job, Riley. I'm very excited to show this off to people. It's very cute. Yeah, a bit of a mistake. Exactly, not a blunder. Okay, well, I should probably win this round, right? How did I not? Okay, hold on. What? No, it's because I built like trash. Well, it's meant to go yellow, green, purple, blue, and then... Maybe I assumed that... I forgot that the greens wouldn't... And the purple... Oh, what am I doing, man? What is this? Well, as always, Itsuki's chaining there is incredible. I really should be... Oh, no, hold on. With purple trigger, does it end up... It's because I'm waiting for purple here. I'm waiting for so long! And then I was like, oh, my chain's pretty good, but now... that's stinky. Yeah, his chain out again. Oh, and then this just ends up being... a weird round. Yeah, I gave so much time, but it's also kind of like... How many pieces do I need to wait for a purple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, that, to be fair, that's a little bit of a RNG, like, goof. That's okay. I won't judge myself too harshly for that. That was like a year and a half. And like, you could argue in favor of, oh, Yoshi, you could have set yourself up like more cleanly. Oh, not more cleanly, more flexibly. And while that's true in main chain game, I think when it comes to like post game like this, you can't really know that, right? You're just trying to mash out links. Because right now I've got a like, oh, I've got a 5 chain. Purple, green, blue, yellow, green, blue. Actually, that's a 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a 6 chain available right now. If I send the 6 chain right now, I win the game. So I think just waiting for the purple is perfectly reasonable. So, in fact, I don't think I misplayed this. I think if I had noticed that there wasn't a purple for ages, I should have maybe attacked with something. To be fair, I got covered. I should have attacked with something, maybe. Just to, like, stall him. But the fact that I was just waiting for purple for 6 chain is not unreasonable. A 6 chain will win this situation. Yeah, that's fine. Not so bad. I don't feel so bad now. And in fact, I think I end up... Oh, I almost made it work. Yeah. Hard to know when it's like, is it coming or not? Exactly. That sort of thing you have to give yourself grace for. No real good ult trigger either there on the build. Yeah, precisely. But again, I think it's like, you don't necessarily need to be looking for ult triggers when it comes to second chains. Like, it's good if you can, but certainly not unreasonable to build in a way that's... Oh, that should have been split, but... It's weird. Weird move from me there. Because now look at this red. It's isolated and very hard to work with. I did a good job of keeping my chain shape even here, though. That's good. And in the end... This is, like, pretty fantastic. I just didn't like how it came to be. Yep. It's okay because the opponent doesn't have anything. The Lonely Red. Yeah, that's a really bad thing to do. Isolating Puyos like this is not okay. Particularly in column 1. That makes it so unreachable. So far my wins have been like probably just from poking at the right time, so my timing has been decent, but in terms of like fundamental, I'm not winning that much from it. Well, I guess like my chaining being good is definitely important in first place, but yeah, there are a lot of issues. Okay, so like what happened here? Waiting for red, yeah. Waiting for red. Bit awkward. I didn't mean to block myself that way either. I think I could have just... Oh yeah, this might be a misdrop. Because this is the sort of thing where going in column 5 would have made a lot of sense, and then if I split green here, then I have a 3-chain. But, again, I think there might have been a misdrop. And so I like panicked and threw some pieces over without thinking too hard about it. I think that's what happened here. So that's just a misdrop. How come you never stream this early when we hang out? Oh, well, okay. This is because usually... Okay, real reason. I have a reason for you, friend. It's because Shoki's usually around and hang out with him. I'm sorry. I need my Shoki time. But he's out having dinner with family, I think, today, so... But today I'm like, okay, I will review my Puyo because I said I'd do that yesterday, and then, like, I got 2 Buster 30s instead, and I was like, okay, well, we'll do it today. Yeah! Ideal stream time. Well, look, I'm streaming right now, guys! See? It's fine. Or is this the sort of thing where you wait until someone does the thing that you've been waiting for them to do, and then you go, why don't you always do it? I'm poking fun, I don't mean it. But it's just, it's funny. You got up early for him and he went out with his family? Hey, I got to chat with him a bit before he left. So actually, it was okay. It's perfectly reasonable. Whoa, big burn. Big moves. Do I do the good tail? Nope, I did a bad tail. I saw it coming. I was like, this one is not as good. Like, it works, it's fine, but you've got this big yellow bit sticking out. Like, you might cut that. So the better chain route is to do... Very, very simple. Red. Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Then you can just put yellow here and then tail from there. You could even like make it completely flat depending on your colors. And just go like this. Yeah. Because I did route for the yellows to go first, but I didn't make them flat. I made them all weird and pointy. And this is the other thing that is a problem, is that if you don't think about the buffer, you can easily cut the red, and if you cut the red, then oftentimes tails rely on the resolution order being correct, right? So if I cut the red, then maybe the rest of the stuff on top doesn't work at all, which would be very bad. I am glad with this alternative. This ends up working decently, right? This is still alright, but could have been better. Stinky Tanaka, wow, rude. This guy is so mean. Who are you calling Stinky? Stinky? Red's first if you want. Is Red's first okay? I mean, like... you could... Yeah. Well, I guess... because I have double yellow, I'm saying do the yellow first. But yes, in general, you would go red, yellow, and then you could go red, yellow here, and then yellows across. Yeah, true. You can do it that way too. In this context, you have to route for yellows first. And then my multiple stack is decently good, but I don't like this commitment. That's... maybe no. I would 180 this and go red red, green green. Because now I'm committing to having to... That's so weird. Like, I could go blue-green here, and then go red-blue-green, the yellow will clear after, but it's just... Forcing column 1 to do too much is a bad idea. Especially when it's lower. If it's higher, then it's less bad. But if you need to split into column 1 to make it work, then that's like a big red flag. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm, like, attacking because it's dangerous. And then I clean it up nicely. So I resolved it well. Ooh, I don't know why I put it in that direction. Maybe because I'm looking to attack with it. I guess so. This is a good chain position, so it's fine. I've been told that lunch is ready, but I might not eat just yet. Give me a second though. Okay, yeah. Food looks good, but I'll eat a bit later. I'm not too hungry yet. Okay, I'm glad I pivot towards front of the chain now. He did the same thing. We both left that transition out to dry for ages. That should definitely have gone 180 because I have a blue-red coming up. I guess like this is... It's okay, actually. You know what? You know what? Sometimes it's perfectly fine. This 2-chain is not at a safe time. A 4 double is good though. Yeah. Nice and fast. Small pokes that still lines are good enough. Sometimes because flash drop almost would hit most of the time. Hit. Oh, sorry, I have to reread the sentence. Yes, I agree, I think. More 2-line pokes are generally good. I think is what common is, which is true. Okay. I leave column 6 with a hole a lot, huh? I think that's something I need to pick up on more. The tail here is nice though. I didn't end up finishing it, but you can see the concept mostly there. Yeah, it's nice tail. I don't know why I decided to run this round. Maybe it was just like scared of AC. When you meet someone who's playing something that's not GTR, you get a bit more wary of the fact that they can spot all players that GTR can't. So I think this is, for example, a situation where if you commit wrong, then you might not get the AC. Yeah, if you go red yellow here or yellow red here, then like you miss out on your player. So maybe that's why. Alright, this is okay so far. I'm a little bit eepy. I might just do this first set and then switch over. Or maybe not even the whole set? We'll see. I've already got a few things that I've picked up on, so. One chain, woo, 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 woo. I love one chain. That should be column 6. That is so easily a column 6 move. Yeah, that's so easily column 6. Number 2. I mean, like, I'm gonna go and repair it now. I think. Yeah, it's fine after, but I think I just shouldn't put myself in that position in the first place. Yeah, that's a bit of a... this is a bad position. And then he just main chains and wins. Yeah. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, that's right, he made a mistake. But if he just sent it from the yellow, he would have had way more than enough. Yeah, that's an important mistake win, not because of myself. Yeah, wow, my lead here was... Because in the end, I ended up losing. Even though I had a 6-point lead. But, like, my games so far have not been... Not that they're not good, but there's definitely a lot to be desired. Which is good, like, I'm reviewing and noticing that. Doesn't mean it's bad though. Like, my one-chain timings and some of my conversions are really good, and that's why I'm getting these wins. Or sometimes my chains just aren't really efficient. My multiple stack. Yeah. Okay, this is a really difficult queue. I think I handled that well. Yeah, this is good. Kept good chain balance and everything. I think this deserves a reroute. Also, I messed that up. Now my tail doesn't work. This sucks. I'll see if I could get a cover and then follow up, but he had a 5. This isn't one. What am I doing? I just forgot, I guess. I forgot. And then I like just goofed up my chain really badly from there. And then it just like overcommitted to attacking with this. I guess I didn't realize that he had such a big response. The idea was to cover this, and then he didn't have a red to main chain with, so he had to spend. It is a bit tricky to see that he had that much of a response ready. Yeah, I guess it looks like he only has... Yeah, okay. I see why this is hard to read. Like, he only just put that yellow key Puyo in place, and then he was able to trigger from this point, which gave the purple into yellow into... And then this blue and this purple are really hard to see. So from an observation standpoint, that's also just really tough. Blame RNG. No, don't do that. Could have also made a 4 or 5 chain. Yeah, I mean, in the end, he ends up doing. Yeah. I think I see. Blue, purple, yellow, blue, or something along those lines. Like, he has a lot of options here. And by this stage, this is when I should bail. But it's kind of, in this position, I'm already, like, at a massive disadvantage because my chain shape is bad, and, like, I'm already in a losing position. He can main chain if he just wants to, or he can send this, like, defense. Or this can be his tail. Like, it can do anything. And my chain, it can do nothing. So, the mistakes happen, like, way earlier. Like, my disadvantage happened at around this point, because this is the blunder location. This inherently isn't bad. It can 2-double, or I can reroute yellow, purple, red, yellow, purple. So this is actually a good enough chain shape, but it's this is the move that throws the game. I've lost. I mean, not necessarily, but I could have cleared the purples and put the reds in place, and then I would have been back to still at disadvantage because of resources, but the fact that I didn't fix that, again, because I probably just forgot, is tragic. A 3 defense in there? Yeah. His board state is so good. His chaining is just so strong in general. This is a nasty find, though. This is so difficult to... Yeah. I guess if this had covered this point, then he only would have had... Well, with blue-yellow, I guess. If he... I guess it's still... I don't know. Would have spent a lot down there. Yeah, maybe he had an out either way. Well, whatever the case. Really good chain shape from him, and then... just die. Okay, this is a bit weird. It's kind of weird, but I think it's a fine round. Force main chain, out chain, just go. That's pretty much how it is. Oh, guys, we're not playing it yet, but Gohan just dropped. So, here, I'm plugging the game. Go get it. It's like officially out now, because it was in early access before. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, or at least wishlist it. You can smash your keyboard. And there it goes. So if you like Yuri, then what are you doing? But it's not early access anymore. Look at all the songs. There's like 50. Yeah, Lolo, this is like targeted towards you. Also, Noise is also targeted. So go wishlist them. If noise is about sound and the second game is about hands, how come it isn't called clap because it makes a noise? Well, there's always an in-universe reason, so I guess we'll just have to play the story to find out. We'll be playing it later with when Bruno wakes up, so maybe in something like 9-ish hours from now. So if you want to watch me play it, then feel free to come along. I just thought that was very important to point out. Go get it. Or go wishlist it. Wishlisting is very good for games. Oh, banger. Yeah, this is... I saw he was building something weird, and then I went, what if I just... send my entire multiple stack? That was good. Worked nicely. It's like, wow, I still have my main chain available. I mean, not that my main chain was anything. 5-chain attacked 3-chain main chain at the time or something. I have to follow up 5 chains, that's good. That's good. That's good. Wow, I had a 7-game lead. I fumbled this. Jeez, because I got 6 points in the time that Itsuki got 15, I think, right? I think I lost 18 to 20. What in the world? Yeah, this is good. This is good. That should be column... Oh, there is so much column 6 problem. I really need to just put stuff in column 6 more. Okay, I did put that correctly. I was scared that I wouldn't. What happens from here? Do I win this? I feel like this is a winnable situation. No, why did I extend like that? That's so bad. Oh, and I caught my tail. No. Yeah, this is what, 58k deficit, so I need about a 12. I think that's viable if I just built correctly. If I triggered from the green here, it would be 1, 2... Let's say red, blue, into purple, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... And if I built on the tail a bit more. To be fair, it is hard to... Because I need purple. Like, I could go green, purple here. Red, blue, blue, purple. There's a lot of column 1 reliance for Puyo, so to be fair, it's also a weird chain route in the first place. And if I hadn't broken tail, then maybe it still would have been... maybe not enough. I think that was winnable, though. Oh my gosh, it's Taro! We were just plugging God Hand. I'm not lying. Look, Control-Shift-T, Control-Shift-T. I don't know if you came in like when I was plugging it, but... Anyway, it's okay. I'm telling everyone to go play the game, so your hard work is not in vain. I hope you get a good night's rest after all this. Okay, Riley, you want to know the real reason? It's because God Hand has the G and the H from like the middle of your keyboard, because it's cute. Because those are the 2 sides of the keyboard. Guys, if this isn't convincing you to go get or wishlist the game, then I don't know what will. It's peak. It's peak. I haven't even played the story yet, but it's peak. Anyway, thank you for your work, Taro. I look forward to playing it in like 9 hours. I just need to burn this habit. I mean, to be fair, double blue placement. No! If the double blue was in here, then I would be, like, it's fine, actually. But no. I mean, it levels out, but, like... I need to column 6 earlier. I'm just gonna say that. That's another case of that. This is a juicy attack, though. I like it. Oh boy. The further we get into this match, the more it's like I really fumbled this. Like, 5 points and he got 14. What did I do? English player not always do avalanche challenge. Hey, if my chain works, then I win. Yeah, this is no green forever game. Sometimes that happens. I don't think I should have cleared from there. It's a bit yikes. Well, actually, he's like basically forced to just main, right? So maybe it's okay. If I'd played around it correctly. Actually, maybe I outchain this? Ooh, I should have gone for the red extension, I think. This is gonna not be enough, right? Aha, I knew it! Yeah, I should have gone for the red extension. That's a hindsight thing, though. To be fair, I only saw one red in queue, so maybe... Was I gonna die if I went for it? Maybe. I don't know if I would have drawn both those pieces in time, but... Yeah. That's tough, though, because I'm pretty high up on the board, so it looks like my chain is gonna be strong, but... Like, from here, you should have around about 11 chain. But there's a lot of, like, big clears in the middle here, so... There's this, like, massive group of purples that's kind of being wasted, and then... The weirdness here. Yeah. But what led to that was... Well, I think... I saw this shape. This is the shape I was trying to attack. He needs to he's forced to 2-chain, and then he can set off main. So I was like, oh, if I 2-chain, then it's good. But he gets purple-green, and I didn't spot the purple-green until now. So the purple-green is the thing that I didn't account for. So to be fair, that's also just like kind of a... I think I observed well. Because I'm sure that's what I picked up on in that moment, right? Like, you need to clear this purple 2-chain, and then... This is nice for him. Yeah. That's okay. The fact of the matter is, I think I still could have outchained if I had, been fast enough about it. Well, it was a quick, so maybe not. Well, whatever the case, I think it was the right move to try and extend. Yeah, pretty spicy. And then from here, he just has resource advantage, so he wins. Like, I try and contest it, but it's not enough, and then he just, like, widens the gap over time. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. This is good. I like the shape here. That should have gone in columns how many times? Okay, this is gonna be my biggest takeaway. When I do chaining practice, I really need column 6 to be focused on. Please. I keep neglecting it. This is... I don't even need to say it again. Yeah, this is pretty lucky for him. He needed so many pieces, or like correct pieces to solve that. I think that's a fine move. See, this isolated yellow is not great. I would have liked to use that in my multiple stack. I guess I didn't get yellows at all, but isolating it is still questionable. I'm not sure if there's a way to build around it, though. Let me see. Because it's true, I'm not getting... From here, it's not. No, this is for chain balance. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. But I think that could have gone column 1 then. I may as well commit to the build going that way. Then did I just not read this? No, I got it. Wait, what happened then? I should win this round, right? Okay, I do win this round. How did I lose so much, guys? I don't remember what happened. I blocked that out of my memory. Okay, this chain shape is just sus and bad, I think. Stinky. Yeah, I wanted to send this, but I saw that he was ready for it, so I just opted out. And then the send map not being enough. I think that was a way I could have made that work better. But honestly, I just don't like that chain shape in general. I think I won't look too deep into that one. Okay. That's good. Just put it in column 6, man. Manifest. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I didn't believe his chain shape was good enough, but did it end up being fine? No. What? I was so close to winning this. No. I don't know what made me start chaining in that direction. It's so weird. So weird. I was doing well there. And then, yeah, I committed that red. If I just gone green, red here, and then red, red here into green, that would have been better. But this just made it unnecessarily awkward. Yeah, blue purple would work here for the tail. And then maybe set off from green, but I'm not sure if I would have had enough. 73k is a lot. Cool tail here. Not good on the front of the chain though. When did I give up on it so badly? Yeah, I focused too much on the tail here. So. But then his second chain beats a huh? Yeah, that was a good exchange. What could I have done? Because to be honest, I think this tail shape is pretty nice. Aww. I guess it comes from earlier in the game, right? Like, I shouldn't have ended up with this chain shape, after all. Well, this commit is... I don't know what's going on, because I don't want to commit in that direction, I guess. But by now I should be thinking a bit about... Like, that should not have gone there. That could have been column 1 and 2, or column 1 strictly. So this is like column 1 whole issue. Yeah, let's do that. Good chain shape here. No red is a shame though. Is there a way out of this? Maybe if I reverse the route. I think that's what I'm attempting. And then the red gets covered. Hold on, there's a chain right here. I should have gone green, yellow. Oh. That's not much, to be fair. Okay. I think I was just trying to dig so that eventually I could do stuff on this side, but it was not too. I should have had a red there so I could have made it 5 and still survived. I guess I didn't realize at the time that it was going to resolve that way. Oh, I didn't. Because I was doing this and then... well, the greens don't link. And I never attempted to put a red in column 4. Whoops. The 1/6 probably threw me off a little bit though. I like this chain and tail shape. What went wrong? That tail doesn't work. Yeah, forced early set off. It's like, it should be good from here, right? No red, no red. Yeah. That was sad. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 into the rest of the chain. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... 13... Triple? 13 triple 14? I think I had a 13 triple 14? Maybe? Never is so sad. Oh, hi Dan. In this situation, that build was really awkward, so you could look to play mid-game. Oh yes, was it? Yeah. Because my build was good, and there's... Yeah, I think I got into the mindset of at this stage in the game. I think because Itsuki likes to play main chain so much, I can probably match them at it and probably beat them. Because while their main chains are really good, I think my efficiency was just a little bit better. And so I guess that's what I went all in on this case. I could have mid-gamed if I'd looked over, but I think I... Oh, to be fair, I did send this, and that's why they had to send early. I guess that counts as mid-gaming a little bit. Maybe earlier could have done with it. But it's true. Maybe I should have looked for more opportunities in general. This is so sad though. That's such a nice chain. I think I'm right about that, isn't it? Because the blue causes the yellows, the purples, and do the reds also clear at the same time? I think they do. Because the height difference makes it so that the reds are flat, right? Because blue is just single. But this causes the red to drop by 1. So it's purples, yellows, and reds clear as a triple into yellow. 14. How strong do you think it would have been, friends? Maybe like 116k? You think the reds are separate? Really? That's it. I'm putting this in the chain, so I want to know my chain power. This one was really good. Sometimes you have to like convince yourself that something was really nice. I mean, I already know it was really nice, but you want to know what could have been, even if it's not good for you necessarily. It changes nothing. Well, I guess it's an ego boost because the chain was really good. Hold on, I'm just doing it on my second monitor right now. Okay. Here goes. It's column 5. Hold on, let me see it. Oh, wow! Yeah. You're right. Because the red doesn't stretch across. I see. Wow, that's so difficult. Well, I'm glad I got schooled today. Still ends up being 13 double to 15 then, so 120. Did I say what my estimation was? I think in my head I was thinking it was something like 110. So 120 is even better. Yeah, I would have had a banger chain. It would have been a banger chain. It's not my fault that time. Actually, hold on, let me just drop that there so that it's available. Maybe if you knew how much you needed, you might not have needed the red. How long ago did I put... Like, if I had sent from here, it wouldn't have been enough, right? I guess if I had tailed with the red instead. Red, yellow, yellow here. Because then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which I think is enough. I think I had the assumption that Itsuki's tails are just like so good, generally, that like all of this was going to resolve in some way. Oh, I guess this was meant to be second transition though. Yeah, true. And I guess I could have triggered from yellow earlier as well. L secondary trigger awareness? Number 2? Yeah. It's weird because in this moment I know that I stopped them from building the second transition and using it as part of their main chain. But then I forgot to factor the fact that all of this is actually wasted space and basically only this part of their chain works. Which means that they have kind of low chain length. So I guess that's also something to think about. Because if I have this clean of a chain, then I should be confident in setting it off. Because usually in these situations I force main because I have a bad chain state. But here it's because I have a good chain state that I can force main and then just follow up with not much more. So I think it is reasonable to say that chain length estimation would have helped me with this one as well. Yeah, good pickup. Yeah, yellow trigger here. Oh, red, yellow, and then yellow trigger. Yeah. That makes sense. But definitely hard to get. Like, when you look at the board states here, it looks like we have even resources. But again, this is nothing. And I was aware of that when I attacked. I was aware that they were going to make second trigger. Sorry, there, second transition. Then they didn't get to use it, but then I forgot and didn't just consider that the chain was all of this. Tough. It's a work in progress for us, Dan. I wanted my 120k chain. Now that I know what it was, yeah. Okay. Next. I think this is okay. What happened here? I sent too early. If I'd extended, I think this would have been fine, right? Because the tail does work here. Yeah, it does. Dang. I just got scared out of... Like, I can see why I wanted to make my, my key Puyos. Like, put my key Puyos in place. But, like, this would have worked so well on the front of the chain. But it's very limited. They're really good. They're really good. Itsuki's chaining is very creative. He's very good at just building from anything. Or like, I don't know, his build orders on purpose, like he doesn't care if it's weird. It just, yeah, look at this. This is ridiculous. This shouldn't work. To be fair, this is also kind of impossible to read. Maybe that's why I think here I wasn't sure if it would link to main chain. So that's probably why I rushed Kipuyos. Yeah. And then maybe here is where I should have paused to look over and check. Like verify that they had full chain, and if they did. But I probably just went, oh, okay. If they don't have full chain, I win. If they do have full chain, I think I have enough. And I definitely didn't have enough, but I can see that being the logic behind rushing this part out. So actually, I think that's kind of reasonable because reading this is like, that's master difficulty sort of thing. But there was a point where I should have verified and extending would have helped me win the game. Yeah. Most people I play are stuck at like 5 or 6 chain there? Certainly. Yeah, I think his main chain length tends to be 60k plus range. Like, he's definitely one of the sorts of players where if you let him main chain, he'll be hitting in the 12-ish range. Yeah. Okay. Almost now. I can sort of... Yeah, like, it wasn't that I was blundering everywhere. There were some really weird rounds, but to be honest, this set is just full of small inaccuracies, which added up to, like, wins and losses. Like, I don't think a switch flipped and I started playing bad all of a sudden. Even though, you know, I had such a massive gap and then he closed the gap and ends up winning. It's like, it's not really indicative of the quality of the match at all. But yeah, look at his, so it's just 50k out of nowhere. To be fair, I spent a lot, but from this position, just so good. Shing is so good. Ah, whatever. That one was too weird. I threw too many resources away. Sometimes it doesn't need to be deeper than that. Hi, sellers. Oh, just put it in column 6. Yeah. That's why I was like, it's not that much deeper. Like the resource send is because I messed stuff up, and then it's just like, and then I just like gave up, which is why I was like, like I could try and be like, oh, how can I work around that? But I think there's more glaring things that I could be using my time on at the moment. Like there are good lessons from there. So if you're analyzing your own replays, friends, for those of you at home, don't just skip like I did there necessarily. It's just I know my priorities at this time, I think. I don't like the yellow plays from there, but otherwise this is a good defense. Ooh, I just did this a few times, huh? Overspent. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, a few cases too where I was very close to getting the piece I needed during this set. So overall, like maybe if the RNG had been a little kinder, I could have won. The point is that you don't want the game to get to that point, so it's sort of like, it's not that I deserved to win, it was just a possibility, for sure. Ooh, did I miss an ult trigger again? Or just, like, yeah, an estimation error. Green trigger, not yellow. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have blocked myself so quickly. It's true, I would have cycled to the piece in time. Yeah. I think the critical part is that, well, this is, in the moment, this feels like a reasonable move, because he's got a fair bit of chain length left. Well, it would have been a bit longer if he had not powered the greens. But in this moment, I should have. I'm only glancing over. I think that's the thing. I'm only glancing over. And overall, it's probably the case that chain length estimation isn't coming up too much. It's a few times, but it's not... Maybe I should let it become a priority. Not a top priority, but a priority. That's probably reasonable. I think it's worth a few rounds here. So it's not like winning or losing me the set outright, but definitely in combination with other things, it would be good. Group chain length practice or something. I think that's a really good idea. I would like to do that. Collate chain sizes as fast as possible when someone triggers something. Yeah, I like that. The tricky thing is that as a spectator, it's easier to... Oh, I guess, like, yeah, when you're 1v1ing, the moment your opponent sets off their chain or something, you should just, like, call out how much it is. Maybe something like that could work nicely. I mean, even as a spectator, if you choose to, like... Maybe what you can do is you can force yourself to focus on one player's board, but then, so like act as if you're playing the game, but then still do the... When you notice the other person is about to set off their main chain, you can do the chain length estimation in that moment. Because then it's sort of simulated the way it is, where like you're not checking the second player's board, but you look over quickly and you go, okay, I think it's this. It's probably something... Yeah, chain size would have to be length and power as well. Because I think estimating power is really critical, but then length is important for the amount of time you have. Okay, well friends, I think that's a lot to work with, and I know there's a few more points to go, but I should probably head to have lunch, because otherwise the food might go cold. So I'm going to do that now, and then what we'll do afterwards is I we'll probably come back for some TGM, since I do want to put some more time into that. We were getting so close. We got so close yesterday. I was 0.20 off of the credits. 0.20 seconds. I was so close to getting the credits roll, but we didn't get it. So what I'll do is, I think we'll do some... I'll take a break from Puyo, I'll do TGM. Then maybe I'll come back with Puyo later. Because I think I still want to do more Puyo practice later today. But we'll do TGM first, take a break. Then we'll do Puyo, and then we'll do God Hand like later in the day. So I think that's our roadmap for today. Still D-Base-on, I sure am. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the review today, friends. I hope you got something out of that. Whether it's just like, whether it's direct things, or if it was maybe just like the process of analyzing. I'm hoping that's also something that's useful. Kukri is streaming, so let's go raid him. Our good pal. But yeah, thanks, you too, friend. I hope you all had a good time. And I'll see you all soon. I'm gonna have lunch and then stuff, so I'll come back in like an hour, I think. But for now, as always, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Love you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.